Hello and welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Orion Tech Tips, and today we will be discussing the upgrade path for the iPhone 8. So this was actually suggested by a comment, and there was another comment to do a $700 to $800 PC build, so that's next. And yeah, again, suggestions, comment section down below if you want to see any videos. So do that and then I will make them. So should you upgrade to the iPhone 8? So the iPhone 8 was released in September of 2017, so late 2017, alongside the iPhone 10. So the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus were released, and then a month later the iPhone 10 was released, and that was an interesting time because Apple said the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, that will be the successors to our iPhone 7. So you can compare those phones, but if you want the iPhone 10, that's our luxury phone, or quote, luxury phone, and we will be charging you. So that's how they really got away with that $1,000 price tag, is because they just called it their luxury phone so no one could compare it to their previous phones or really any other phones. And of course Samsung did the same thing with the Galaxy S20 Ultra starting at $1,400 USD, which is just crazy. Probably would have not done that if Apple didn't do that, but Apple knew what they were doing. They knew that the 10 would sell like crazy, and yes, it did. Okay, so iPhone 8 and iPhone 10, same hardware. iPhone 8 Plus and 10, they have 3 gigabytes of RAM. Other than that, same thing, same camera system. Yeah, same camera system, same specs, same processor, same software, same everything, same speaker system. The only difference is the screen and the screen-to-body ratio. Yeah, however, this isn't an iPhone 8 versus 10 comparison, so I just wanted that out there for reference for the iPhone 8 specs. So, of course, the iPhone A11 on both, and then 2 gigabytes of RAM on the 8, and 3 gigabytes of RAM on the 8 Plus. So the 8 Plus and the 10 are slightly better at RAM management, but they're not really faster, and even RAM management, I haven't really noticed a difference. They both can't leave apps running. No, I don't think like even the iPhone 11 Pro can't do that. So that's like high-end Android phones, unfortunately. So as you know, the iPhone 8, it's about $250 to $300 right now. $350 for the 8 Plus, around there. Yeah, give or take a little bit. So, it's still up to date on the latest software, and it will be for a while. But of course, the iPhone success is on the newest software, and is that phone usable? Can it make a phone call? Yes. Can it edit can it edit a 4K 60 video or play a modern game flawlessly? No, it cannot. So that's arguable if it's usable, but the iPhone 8, it can run anything on the App Store smoothly. And it is still a good phone to use. However, the battery life isn't amazing. I guess due to like the battery health, it will deteriorate over time because all lithium-ion batteries do that, including the ones in Teslas. But of course, they're way bigger batteries, so that's a different story. So, should you upgrade? For performance, if you just like, I want a faster phone, then you're probably... The iPhone 8, it's still fast, but if you want like more speed, then you're probably better off going to Android. Something like the Samsung Galaxy S20 or the OnePlus 8 or OnePlus 8 Pro. Those are some really fast phones. iPhones, they're not, they're like smooth and they perform well, but they're not, in terms of speed, they cannot compete with flagship Android phones. That is just a fact. Other phones in the iPhone 8 range are the Galaxy A, I guess the A51. The A71 is slightly more expensive. Maybe the S8 or S8 Plus. Maybe the Note 8. I remember when the Note 8 and the Note 9 launched. They were crazy expensive, and I remember like the Note 8 almost costed $1,000, and I kept saying how crazy it was, and then the next year it dropped in price. Like, the value decrease was just crazy. Same with the Note 9. But yeah, those phones are still available quite cheap. And yeah, I guess there are upgrade paths for the iPhone 8, so Android definitely would be like the faster option. In terms of design, you might want to go with like a more modern iPhone. Yeah, but then let's talk about, and I got this question before, let's talk about some people, like, they're wanting to buy an iPhone 11, but the 12 is right around the corner, and they're not interested in, like, they don't want to spend a lot of money, so the high-end Pro models are not an option at all. But the iPhone 12, it's not going to be this huge upgrade, really. If you want to wait for it, then yeah, sure, go ahead. Or once it launches, the iPhone 11 will be even cheaper, so that is also an option. But yeah, the iPhone 12 is supposed to be priced at 650 USD, which it's either it's going to have the newer chipset, and yeah, I know, like, there was rumor that it would have a high refresh rate display, which that got confirmed. It is not. A14 chip, which really, A11, A12, no difference, A12 to A13, it's like once you get like 2 to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, like, for example, I had, one of my friends' dad switched from an iPhone 6 to an iPhone 11 Pro, and he said the speed difference was huge. So, if you go from a, what's in the iPhone 6, an A8 chip to an A13 chip, the difference will be huge, but just, you're going a few years, not really. 1 year especially, really nothing. So the 1 year difference won't be huge. I do not believe it will have 6 gigabytes of RAM. That is reserved for the Pro models. It will not have 5G millimeter wave, so that is also reserved for the Pro models. So really all of the high-end cool features are for the Pro models. So if you ask me, should I buy an 11 Pro now, or should I wait for the 12 Pro? I'd say just wait for the 12 Pro, because that will have, like, all the cool stuff. But the cheaper 12, it really won't. It's just going to replace the iPhone 11 and be faster, but you won't notice it in day-to-day performance. Like, I know there's a lot of speed tests, and then, like, 2 phones side by side, and then they launch apps, and then you can see, like, what phone performs milliseconds faster than the other, but I guarantee if you had one phone, launch an app, took it away, and then put the other phone, launch an app, you couldn't tell which is faster. So I hate those speed tests because they're not accurate. You're not going to notice that. So really, yeah, I don't like that representation. Trying to think what else to talk about to answer the question. Yeah, so $50 less on the iPhone 12, and then there will also be a 12 Max, and then that will just be the iPhone standard 12, but just bigger, and then of course the Pro models and the Pro Max. But the 12 Max, it won't have anything besides a bigger screen that the 12 won't have. But yeah, that pretty much will wrap it up. Of course, I will talk way more about the iPhone 12s, actually when they come out. This will not be the only video, but hopefully that answers your question. I know it was kind of a short answer, but the short answer is no, you should not upgrade. Unless, if you want to, then yeah, sure, but do you need to upgrade in terms of, like, speed? No, you're not missing anything in terms of power on the new iPhones. I'd say iPhone 7, so that's the A10 chip. If you have that, the iPhone 7 and beyond, you are still, in terms of performance, you're not really lacking anything. The iPhone 6S, you are. iPhone at standard SE, that's also kind of lacking performance, but yeah. iPhone 8, should you upgrade it? No, unless you want, like, the newer design. And, like, I know, like, the people want to get rid of the bezels, so if you want that, then yeah, there's other phones that are an option. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Again, if you have any other questions, make sure leave them in the comment section down below, and I will make a video about those questions. Okay, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, peace out.